honor to welcome you to this year's graduation ceremony. I would like to thank you all for coming, and I extend a special welcome to those of you who have traveled a great distance to be here. My very own sister and her family came all the way from Phoenix, Arizona to celebrate this graduation. Graduation. A simple word that brings forth such great emotion. We are all feeling the joy of growing into our true selves and the sadness of leaving some things behind. Remember when we were younger in elementary school? We always wanted to be older. We wanted to be able to do whatever the big kids could do. Well, now we are the big kids, and soon we will be able to do whatever we want. But more importantly, we can be whoever we want to be. We may not be sure what that is yet, but I am confident that we'll each find our own path along the journey of life. First, we must not be afraid to take risks. And second, believe in our dreams. My friend Sarah has a poster that says, "You'll never discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore." It reminds us that in order to achieve our dreams, we must take risks. It is the only way we can learn, live, and grow. Thanks to the love and support of our families, friends, and teachers, we have the courage to take risks. It is with this courage that we can sail bravely into our new oceans, our futures, and accomplish our dreams. Again, thank you all for being here and showing us your support. To the class of 1996, good luck. The future is ours. You all the very best.
Board of Education, parents, relatives, and friends, class of 1996. I greet you as the next shapers of America's future. Celebrating graduation from high school is one of the most memorable events in one's life. It's about accomplishments and dreams. Not only have you attained the requirements for a diploma from the Rotterdam Mohonasen School District, you have fostered pride and excellence in our schools. While these accomplishments have brought you here today, they will serve you as you continue on life's journey. Let me share but a few of the class of 1996. First of all, let me start out one of the most recent exciting accomplishments, the girls softball team. For 2 years, actually, in a row, they were sectional and regional champions, and many of our senior girls served us well on those teams, and we're going to miss them. The girls track team, again, many of the graduates on that track team, they were recognized as scholar athletes in the Capital District region. The girls bowling team finished second in New York State. The band captured 8 first place awards in the festival at Myrtle Beach, with many seniors participating. We have 2 students here today who are National Merit Scholarship finalists and a National Merit Commended student. Recognize they are 1% of the students in this country who are honored for this scholarship recognition. Students in this class have been awarded approximately $2 million in scholarship awards. 44% of this class are receiving Regents diplomas. That's a change for Mohonasen and a positive one, heading us in a right direction. There are students here, 2 of them, that have received Business and Professional Women's Leadership Awards. And I want you to know that leadership has been a strength of this class. You have started the Senior Citizens Prom, and it's been a real success for this community and for the school district. You've been involved with Goals 2000 in many leadership roles and have certainly tried to provide activities that offer positive alternatives for your friends on weekends. Your class, the class of 96, has brought pride to Mohonasen, and I want to congratulate you for that. But today is also about future dreams. No, you can dream, and you can achieve. Getting there may take time. It may require hard work and dedication. You may face setbacks and difficulties. If so, heed the advice of author Maya Angelou. If the future road looms ominous and unpromising, gather your resolve and be ready to change your direction. Cut for yourself a brand new path. Each of you have the right and responsibility to access that road to your dreams, to access that road that lies ahead. As you journey down that road, I ask of you, in some small way, make the world a better place. Do all the good you can do in all the places you can, as long as you ever can. Best wishes.
Members of the Board of Education, faculty and administrators, family, friends, and members of the class of 1996. Let's go for a walk. Where are we going? To see a mural. A huge painting depicts our 4 years at Mohonasen High School. When we first approach it, this mural looks dull and boring. It begins as nothing more than a blurred charcoal sketch. The shadows cause us to squint to determine just what it is we're looking at. The entire section is confusion, a maze consisting of upperclassmen, books, and question marks. This is 9th grade. A picture of a tiny freshman girl hugging her books to her chest reminds me of my own insecurity that year. I got lost on the first day of school trying to find a class. I was looking for the earth science room in the foreign language wing, so I asked an upperclassman for directions. Go straight down the hall, take a left, and go up the stairs, he told me. You can't miss it. Well, I missed it all right, because the hall turned right, not left, and there weren't any stairs. Following the mural through the maze of 9th grade, we arrive at 10th grade. Pictures come into focus now. The mood is more relaxed. This year, we felt more a part of high school than the previous year, and we started settling down. We learned more than just how to dissect a frog and do geometry proofs. We learned lessons about keeping commitments and behaving responsibly. Here, the colors are mainly pastels, reflecting how calm 10th grade was compared to 9th grade. Suddenly, pastels changed to fluorescence, and the worst color schemes imaginable portray the stress of 11th grade. This year, most of us entered the workforce and held part-time jobs after school. Juggling both school and work was no easy task. However, all of this stress had its rewards. Spanning this section of the mural are the blue, yellow, and green smudged handprints of the 15 young saints in my religious education class. Teaching religion was a whole new experience for me, but my kids taught me much more than I taught them. The most important lesson that year came from Kyle, who never did his homework, had a bad attitude, and caused fights with the other students. But one day after class, when I was holding my head in my hands, wondering how I would ever make the children understand why what I was teaching them was so important, he walked in. He had forgotten his hat. He jumped to knock it from the coat rack and then ran over to my desk to give me a hug. I was amazed at this genuine display of affection. Kyle grinned and told me, "Don't work so hard. I like you better when you smile." Not only did I blush to be receiving advice from someone 10 years younger than I, but all of the colors in this section fade to a pinkish hue. Kyle's simple 8-year-old advice still holds meaning for me today. The harsh colors of that year are gone and have been replaced by the standard Crayola rainbow of our senior year. Of course, as the varying colors show, it wasn't always easy. Scattered throughout this section of the mural are fragments of formulas, titles of half-forgotten novels, and half-written essays abandoned in despair. Still, a constant of a calm blue sky remains throughout this section, promising that everything will turn out as planned, just because we are seniors. I can now honestly say that each experience has been worth the effort. And now, June 22nd has finally arrived. The colors fade back into pastels as we see the parties and family gatherings that will follow this ceremony. The colors become lighter and lighter, and finally fade away completely. All that's left is a blank canvas, some paint, and paintbrushes. You see, graduation isn't the end of this mural. It continues. But on this day, we all go our separate ways. Our friends, teachers, and role models have helped to compose the first part of the mural. It is now up to each of us to complete it. Lord Alfred Tennyson once said, "I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arch, wherethrough gleams that untraveled world." Graduation today is that arch. Drawing on all of our experiences from our 4 years at Mohonasen, we are setting out into the untraveled world. There are infinite paths to choose, and just as many colors in the rainbow to help us on our way. Thank you.
Members of the Board of Education, faculty and administrators, family, friends, and members of the class of 1996, welcome. Our senior year has come and gone with many new opportunities open to everyone. When the chance of addressing the entire class of 1996 during graduation was presented, I immediately knew that this was something that I wanted to do. The only problem? What in the world was I going to talk about? Usually, I can't be kept quiet, so I began to panic. I shared these hesitant feelings with my mother on our way to dinner one night. Throughout the evening, my mother kept throwing out suggestions, but they didn't seem to work for me. I didn't want to jump into the future, because I can't predict the future. And I didn't want to linger on the past, because no one can relive it. Then finally, during dessert, something snapped. It was my fortune cookie, and it held the message that I needed to express. Messages in fortune cookies are usually general, so that they can relate to different people's lives. But the two messages that my mother and I received that night seemed to have been placed there just for me. I was relieved because this speech was so important to me. And here is my solution, served to me on a porcelain plate. My message read, explore your own world by working together with your friends. I reflected back to the last 4 years spent here at the high school and thought of all the times that my friends and I explored new worlds together. Getting involved in clubs and athletics was more interesting because not only did I have many friends who participated, but it also gave me a chance to form new friendships. Young Americans and Student Council also gave me experience in teamwork. And it was teamwork, along with a lot of fun, that I'll remember about the championship games, the trips we took, and the floats we put together for homecomings. Throughout our 12 years of school, we have had friends that have come and gone, but there have also been those 2 or 3 friends who were there for us no matter what. After fighting over what may now seem pointless, we've always ended up as the closest of friends. We have also learned who our true friends are. True friends are the ones who were right there by our side when we needed them the most. Be it boyfriend, girlfriend, family problems, or schoolwork, we have had them to thank for their support and for their understanding shoulders to cry on. It has been with their help that we have gotten through our toughest times. and with whom we have shared our most memorable moments. We have explored our worlds deeper by working together with our friends. And now, as we graduate from high school, whether we go to college, the military, the workplace, or the home, we will always have our friends to help guide us down the right path. We will continue to explore different worlds with our friends for our entire lives. My mother's fortune also gave me something else to look forward to. Her message read, "Many pleasurable and memorable adventures are in store for you." With all my thoughts about the past, I began to wonder what this message meant for the future. We are all going to go our separate ways and have our own plan of action for the immediate future. What this message says to me is that the road ahead is one we have not traveled on yet. We haven't arrived at all the crossroads, crossed over all the bridges, or stopped at all the stop signs. We can't force things to happen. They just will. We have to use all the guidelines set up for us by our family and teachers and make our own decisions based on them. As our high school days come to an end, make sure you take time to thank your closest friends, and they will be thanking you in return. We may not know what the future brings, but if we do what makes us happy instead of trying to please everyone else, happiness and success will be in store for us. We will have our friends to help us with hard decisions, but to be truly successful, we must allow our hearts and minds to guide us. Just because high school is over doesn't mean our friendships are also over. True friendship will last a lifetime. Never forget all of our high school experiences or the true friends that we have made here at Mohonasen. Good luck to you all.
Askew. Jeremy Barnes.
Jeremy.
Christina Chrissy Barone.
Congratulations, Christina.
Ida Joe M. Barone.
Congratulations.
Douglas Bartling.
Congratulations.
Anthony J. Baxter.
Congratulations.
Bethany Kathleen Beckett.
Congratulations, Bethany.
William Mark Belschwinder.
Congratulations.
Obed David Bahan.
Congratulations.
Ross Bonnicky.
Congratulations.
Keith Michael Boscarino.
Congratulations.
Aaron E. Brown.
Congratulations, kiddo.
Jeremy J.J. Buchner.
Hi, JJ. Congratulations.
Andrew L. Burke.
Congratulations.
Kelly Marie Burke.
Hi, Kelly. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Wendy Butterfield.
Congratulations, Wendy.
Julie C. Bouye.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Lawrence J. Caben II.
Congratulations.
Renee E. Capeless.
Congratulations.
Carrie Mae Carlo. Cheryl Lynn Carmichael. David Michael Clay.
Hi, David. Congratulations.
Heather Koffenberg. John Charles Crary.
Congratulations.
David Jason Kraus.
Congratulations.
Heather Gail D'Arcy. Nicole Davis.
Congratulations.
Erica L. DiLorenzo.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Lynn DiLoretto.
Congratulations.
Nicole M. Domidio.
Congratulations.
Paul Michael Demkowski.
Congratulations.
Kathleen Marie Dennis. Daniel Patrick de Blasio.
Congratulations.
John Dillenbeck. Sarah Dingley. Mark Lewis Donalfo Jr. Corey S. Dinan. David William Dussault. Heather Marie Ecker. Tracy Lee Elrod.
Congratulations.
Lisa Marie Evans. Ryan Peter Fallon.
Congratulations.
Noel Maria Ferraro. Nicole Fogg.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Mark V. Frederick Jr.
Congratulations.
Michael Friello.
Congratulations.
Michael J. Frank.
Congratulations.
Jacqueline Grace Gallo.
Congratulations.
Paul A. Gannon.
Congratulations.
Roland Gow. Randy George. Lori Ann Giordano. David Gerard. Timothy Douglas Gord. Keith Gregory. Brian Gustafson. Melanie Christine Guzzo. Brian K. Haas. Christy L. Hatzel. Corey Hagan. Neil A. Hagan III. Angela M. Hall. Timothy J. Halsdorf.
Congratulations.
Danae Handy. Shannon Hayden.
Congratulations.
Loretta Haynes.
Congratulations.
Jonna Higgins. Tracy Lynn Holland.
Congratulations.
Sarah Ann Hutchins.
Congratulations, sir. Beautiful son.
Tricia D. Ippolito.
Hi, Trish.
Jason John Isabella.
Congratulations.
Sarah Elaine Jacket.
Hi, sir. Congratulations.
Wendy J. Mack.
Hi, Wendy.
Christopher A. Jones.
Congratulations.
Melissa Marie Jones.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Serena Elizabeth Carney.
Congratulations.
Megan Bradford Kilcullen. Crystal Dawn Knaus. Sarah R. Kowalski. Jason Richard Crystal. Angelica Marie LaMalfa.
Congratulations.
Shannon Lane. Timothy C. Lawrence. William Paul Letterman.
Congratulations.
Christina Paula Levito.
Congratulations.
Ava Maria Licio. Heather M. Liska. Jeffrey Carmine Lupi. Nancy Ann Mack.
Congratulations.
David J. McDormand Jr.
Congratulations, David. Congratulations.
Corey Thomas Maloney.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Nicholas Adam Morano.
Congratulations.
Travis L. Murray.
Congratulations, Travis.
Gerardo Brian Marino.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Jennifer Lynn Marion.
Congratulations, Jennifer.
Gina Marie Marks. Michael F. Mazzarella.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Timothy Gary McCormick.
Congratulations.
Brian McDonald.
Congratulations.
Robin McGee. Michelle Patricia McGinty. Gregory McGrath.
Hi, Greg. Congratulations.
Stacia Masser. John William Messerly.
Hi, John. Congratulations.
Angela B. Millen. Justin Hall Miller. Brian David Minbiol. Nicole Ann Minersagan. Mary Montgomery. Melissa Ann Moore. Monica Muniz. Alfredo Musumeci.
Congratulations.
Antonella Laura Musumeci.
Congratulations.
Brittany M. Nass.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. You're welcome. Congratulations.
Nicola Vincent Natal. Brian J. Nealon. Andrew R. Nedvedek.
Congratulations.
Michael Thomas O'Donnell. Andrea Michelle Odie.
Congratulations.
Heather Olenizak. Keith M. Oliver. Erica Kim Olmsted. Sarah Page. Carla Marie Poleshi. Margaret Karen Pilelli. Christopher Palucci.
Congratulations.
Suzanne Marie Paca.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Andrew Matthew Peterson.
Congratulations.
Stephen Michael Peters.
Congratulations, Steve.
Gina Marie Picola.
Congratulations.
Justine Marie Pierce.
Go get him, Justine. Go get him, Justine.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Rose Marie Pugliese.
Hi, Rose. Congratulations.
Matthew J. Rafalik.
Congratulations.
Nicholas Ragucci Jr. Michael A. Randolph.
Congratulations.
Jason B. Reed.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Dawn Relier.
Congratulations.
Richard J. Rohr. Jodalie Evan Rickard. Andrea Ann Roman. Jessica Noel Ross.
Congratulations, Jessica. Good job.
Julie Aileen Rossi.
Congratulations.
Christopher J. Rossi.
Congratulations.
Rob Rotter. Joshua Sabatini.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Maria Lisa Sacchetti. Amanda Sanger. Luisa Santa Barbara.
Hi, Louisa. Congratulations.
Gary Sarnowitz.
Gary, congratulations.
Sarah E. Scheibel.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Schlegel. Joseph Lloyd Scott. Brandy Seastrand.
Congratulations.
Craig Anthony Serafini. Michael J. Serapilio.
Congratulations.
Marisa Squalia.
Congratulations.
Timothy Patrick Shannon. Gina Lynn Seifo.
Congratulations, Gina.
Ross Morgan Snyder II. Sarah Lynn Snyder. Clifton B. Stringfellow.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Jacqueline Sukala. Benjamin W. Terrell.
Congratulations.
Kevin R. Thomas.
Congratulations.
Amanda Lee Tinning. Jason Trulove.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Charlene M. Tukowski.
Congratulations.
Paula Lynn Turpin.
Congratulations. Hi. Congratulations.
Sean Christopher Urban.
Congratulations.
Tara D. Verone.
Congratulations.
Amy Lynn Vaughn.
Congratulations.
Joseph Villano. Matthew Howard Fisher.
Congratulations.
Karen Marie Wainwright.
Congratulations.
Christina Welsh. Nicholas Whipple. Charles Edward White IV. Stephen L. Wilgocki. Jason M. Winkler. Ronald W. Wood Jr. Michael J. Wright. And Amy Young.
Mrs. Del Prado, members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Farnsworth, I'm extremely proud to present to you the Mohonasen High School class of 1996.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I'd like to welcome all the parents and families, the administrators, our staff, and most importantly, the class of 1996 here today. Since most of you were in kindergarten in 1983, you've seen us go from Smurfs and Cabbage Patch Kids to video games, from the Bee Gees and Michael Jackson's Thriller to Hootie and the Blowfish and Coolio, from albums to CDs. This journey we call life is always interesting and challenging. The Board of Education wishes you success and happiness. You will be faced with lots of choices. Choose wisely and strive for excellence, for you never know where this journey will take us. Most of all, enjoy. To the parents, you have done an outstanding job with your support, your encouragement, and your guidance. We congratulate all of you. Thank you. By the power vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents, I pronounce you graduates of Mohonasen High School.
Enthusiasm, pride, integrity, and a smile so vibrant that it would brighten anyone's day. That's what comes to one's mind immediately upon thinking about her. Our classmate and friend has never left our hearts or our minds, and that's why, on behalf of the class of 1996, we would like to leave two $1,000 scholarships for the kindergarten class of this year, which will be the graduating class of the year 2008, in memory of our dear friend and classmate, who is here today in our hearts and our minds, Miss Vicki Marie Vanny.
Mr. Ryan Fallon, who will offer a farewell for the class of 1996.
The time has come to finally say farewell. As we, the class of 1996, leave here today, we take with us a part of the legacy that is Mohonasen. We are grateful for the support and guidance of our teachers. We acknowledge our families for their guiding hands and hearts. And we remember with fondness Vicki Vanny. As we begin our future lives, already begun by this symbolic ceremony, let us not forget our roots, our families, our friends, and our teachers. I wish each of us much luck, much health, and above all, much happiness. May we make the most of the wealth of knowledge and wonderful experiences gained here at Mohonasen. May all of our dreams and aspirations come true. We are no longer students at Mohonasen High School. We are now alumni. May we all make Mohonasen proud. Thank you, and goodbye.